Dear students, welcome to the course Network Theory. In the previous 8 videos, we tried to explain you the basic concepts of network, which is essential to analyze the network, right? So, the module 1, so the actual topics we will discuss this video, okay? So that is source transformation, star delta transformation, loop analysis and node analysis. So before you go through this, okay, I suggest you to, if you have not gone through the previous videos, so whichever part you essential, so you can just go through that, okay. In today, so we will be discussing the first topic, okay, source transformations, okay. So today we will give the concept of source transformation, and in the next video we will try to solve the problems on the concepts we learned today, okay. So when it comes to source transformation, okay, so what is meant by transformation? Which is a conversion, or it may be some method, okay. Source here is nothing but the active sources, okay, energy sources you have learned, voltage sources, current sources, okay. With respect to that, we are going to do some network reduction, okay. We are finding some current or voltage through the network. For that, source transformation methods we will apply, okay. So what we will be going through here is the first thing, sources with equivalent terminal characteristics, okay. So this part I already went through in elements in parallel video, okay. So where we have studied two properties, that is a series connection of an element, any element with an current source, okay, will be a current source itself, and a parallel connection of an voltage source with any element is a voltage source itself. So this is the first elementary operation we'll be checking in the given problem, okay. So then depending on the problem, so either we will do source conversion, source shifting methods, okay. So some cases we need to apply first source shifting, then source conversion, and then terminal characteristics, or any order, okay. So source transformation basically involves these three steps, okay. So either only first, or either only second, or either only third, or it may be amalgamation of all the three techniques, okay. So first term already we went through, so we'll go through the second, source conversion and source shifting method. Clear? So this is what I mentioned in this section. We'll try to how to convert a voltage source into a current source and vice versa, and also how to handle sources by changing their positions, that is shifting, okay. So terminal characteristics we already went through, okay. So source conversion we will see. Source conversion is a procedure which transforms one source into another while retaining the terminal characteristic of the original source, okay. So we mentioned in voltage sources, so voltage source in series can be converted into a current source in parallel, or current source in parallel can be converted into voltage source in series. So depending on your network problem, so you need to do either of this conversion, that is source conversion, okay. The source conversion is based on the concept of equivalence, okay. So equivalence concept it is based, and then equivalent circuit is one whose terminal characteristics remain identical to those of the original circuit. That means when you change that voltage source in series with can be changed into current source in parallel, then whatever output voltage or current may not be changed, which should be identical to the original circuit, okay. That's it. The term equivalence as applied to circuit means an identical effect at the terminals, but not within the equivalent circuits themselves. Which terminal we consider here as reference, there it should be same, not inside that, okay. So this is a network here. We are converting into an, okay. So here we have considered a network which is an voltage source, okay, in series with a resistor, okay, and there is a load resistor R is connected here, and we selected the terminals at X and Y, okay, with a load, and we have considered X and Y as the terminals, okay. So here we are measuring the voltage and current, and when we convert this into a current source in parallel with a resistance, it should be same, okay. So this is the actual conversion, voltage source in series, that's why Vs and Rs we have denoted, and in parallel case it will be Is and Rp we have considered, okay. So now we have to check this, okay. with a mathematical proof. So how we are going to do is, we'll consider the two cases of this R, which is the extreme cases, either R equal to 0 and R is equal to infinity. Okay. To convert circuit A to B, we require both the circuits to have the equivalence. That is the principle, or some characteristics between the terminals X and Y for all values of external resistance R. Okay. So with considering the two extreme cases, we try to prove this circuit is equivalent to this. Okay. So we'll try to, for equivalence of the two circuits between terminals X and Y for the limiting values of R, namely R equal to 0 and R equal to infinity. Okay. And when first we will consider the R equal to 0 case, when R is equal to 0, we have a short circuit across the terminals X, Y. So in the previous video, I mentioned short circuit, right? What I'm going to do is, I am applying R equal to 0. When I make R equal to 0, no resistance means what? The high current flows. So that means this is a short circuit. So when it becomes short circuit, so now we will measure the current across this. Okay, what is that current? I call maybe short circuit current, ISC, denote it as ISC, which is nothing but here voltage source and this resistance. Current from Ohm's law is Vs by Rs. So that I am going to write here. So the short circuit current of figure A is ISC. I denote it as ISC here. Okay, so which is equal to Vs by Rs. So applying the Ohm's law, or you apply the Kirchhoff's voltage law and then you write it for ISC, it will be Vs by Rs. So I denote it as equation 1. And then similarly the short circuit current of figure B. Okay, so figure B also I made R equal to 0. So what I have there? Current, whatever current is coming to the node. Okay, so just I show you the circuit. So here, okay, so this is short circuited. What is the current coming over here? So what is the current entering over here? So IS, so which is the same current, it will come across this short circuit. Okay, so that's why that current is directly denoted as IS. Okay, so this enforces, so from this equation and this, okay, so here IS is equal to IS, here IS is equal to Vs by Rs. I may be one step missed here. Okay, so you can write here the short circuit current with respect to circuit B is equal to IS. Okay, so from these two equations, okay, ISC cancel out, so IS is equal to Vs by Rs. Okay, so we got one equation for R is equal to 0 case. So now we'll apply R is equal to infinity. What will happen? R equal to infinity means high resistance. That means it is a open circuit. Okay, so we need to measure the voltage across the open circuit. Okay, that we do next. So when R is equal to infinity, from figure A, we have Vxy is equal to Vs. Okay, if you see the circuit there, when I measure the voltage, so whatever voltage is there, that will come according to the Kirchhoff's voltage law. Okay, so that's why that can be given as from the, again, Kirchhoff's Ohm's law is Is into Rp. Okay, so that is for second figure. Okay, so just if you want to look at the figure, if you have drawn the figure, it will be very easy to refer. So now if I made this open circuit, what is the voltage coming across this? Whatever voltage you applied here. Okay, so that will come here in the circuit A. Whereas in the circuit B, this is again open circuit. So Vxy, which is nothing but the current by resistance, Is by Rp. Okay, that is what written over here. Okay. Vs is equal to Is into Rp, or Is is equal to Vs by Rp. Okay, so this is the Vs, and also from equation 2 we require Is is equal to Vs by Rs. So previous equation we have written Vs by Rs. That is the conclusion where R is equal to 0. So therefore we must have Vs is equal to, so in this equation I'm substituting Is, Vs by Rs into Rp. So Vs cancel out. So what you get? The conclusion Rs is equal to Rp. Okay, so equations 2 and 4 must be true simultaneously for both the circuits for the two sources to be equivalent, and also the equality relationship holds good for all values of R. Okay, R may be missing here, so note down. Okay, so based on this we write the transformation procedure. Okay, so what is that? just to conclude this, applying KVL to figure A, now we get, okay, so what is required? Okay, Vs is equal to IRS plus V. So first circuit, you had the resistance, across that you have the current, and then you had the voltage across XY. Okay, now considering the R, we are writing the equation. So Vs is equal to IRS plus V. Dividing by RS will give you Vs by RS, I plus V by RS. Okay, so now we are considering the R value, not 0 or infinity. Whatever R value is there, with respect to that, we are writing this third set of equations, making 5 and 6. Same way, if you apply the KCL for figure B, what we will get? Is the current, okay, and then you have the current I, okay, through the resistance R, and there is a current through RP, okay, so which is voltage by resistance, V by RP. V is measured across the XY terminal, so that V by RP. So now if you just compare these two equations, okay, so just to clarify you, okay, so this equation, how it came, the same circuit we are referring now. Previous case, what we made, either short circuit, open circuit we made and calculated and equated, we got RS is equal to RP. So now R we are keeping as it is. So now we are measuring the voltage equation. So what you have, Vs I into Rs, and this voltage V across R. Okay, similarly here Kirchhoff's current law, this is Is current, and this is the I current across R, and there is a current in this, okay, which is given by Ohm's law, V by RP. Okay, so based on that we have written the last set of equations 5 and 6. So now we are comparing here. So when we compare that, sorry, when we compare this, so what you look like, so Vs by Rs should be equal to Is, and then V by Rs, okay, V by Rp, V is constant, so Rs should be equal to Rp. So this is the conversion method of, okay, so if you have to convert a voltage source into current source, so what is the formula and what is the thing, so that we write it as a procedure. Now the two circuits are equal when Is is equal to Vs by Rs and Rs is equal to Rp. This we will be using for problems. So if you have to convert a voltage source into current source, then current source value should be Vs by Rs, and resistance will not change, as it is we are writing in parallel. Similarly, if you have a voltage source in if you have a current source in parallel, then Vs can be calculated as Is into Rs, okay, and resistance will be in series with it. Okay, so based on that we write the transformation procedure now. Okay, if we have embedded within a network a current source I in parallel with a resistor R, then this combination can be replaced with a voltage source of value. What is that value? Is into Rs we have proved. Now in general we will write it as I into R. Okay, whatever current in that circuit and the resistor value, that will be the voltage we will write, and we keep the resistor in series with the voltage source. Okay, so that is the one method. Reverse is also true, where voltage source V in series with a resistor R can be replaced by a current source of value I is equal to V by R in parallel with the resistor R. Okay, so try to understand this concept. So in tomorrow's class video I may tell you the problem based on this procedure. Okay, so parameters within the circuit are unchanged under these circumstances. Okay, so parameters within the circuit are unchanged. So second, the last concept in source transformation is source shift or source transfer. Okay, so in the analysis of networks we often encounter voltage sources without a series passive element or current sources without a parallel passive element. Okay, so this is the case arises when in the network voltage source or currents, it does not have a pair. Okay, so that means it does not have any element in series or in parallel. Okay, so in that case we need to do the shifting in the across the node. Okay, that is source shift. Okay, the source transformation is possible only in the case of practical sources, that is Rs is not equal to 0 and Rp is not equal to infinity. Okay, practical sources where Rs is not equal to 0. Okay, that means there is a small resistance in series with the voltage source and there is a resistance in parallel with the current source. Okay, if this is not there, so then it will be open circuit, right? So that time we are applying where Rs and Rp are the internal resistance of voltage and current sources respectively. Okay, If it is required to transform from one kind of ideal source to the other, it is first necessary to shift the source within the network. Okay, so there are two types of shift we will do. One voltage shift, another is current shift, because we have the two sources. Okay, first method, voltage source shift. So we'll be explained with an example itself. Okay, so here we have a network, resistance R1, L1, and there is a resistance R2, and there is a voltage source V1 which is in idle. Okay, so which is an ideal source, not having any pair. So now this can be written like this as a figure B. Okay, so from the special properties, voltage sources can be connected in parallel if they are equal. So this is the same value I am writing once again. Okay, so just to make a representation, it will not have any difference to this circuit. Next step, what I'm doing, I'm both voltage sources I am pushing through this node. Okay, so both voltage sources I am pushing through this node to here, and another to pushing to here. Okay, so then terminal, so minus plus it will come in series with it. Okay, so now easily you can do the conversion. Voltage source in series converted into current source in parallel, current source in parallel, and then a resistor. Okay, so then current sources in parallel you can add it, resistors, inductors parallel you can add it, right? So that is the method you can do. So but we are focusing only on shifting here, how we do. So this is the voltage shift. Okay, so this is how we do. Another example I show you. Okay, so just write down this on these notes. Okay, whatever I explained you there, it is written over here. The first network, second network what we did, and the third network. Okay, so this method is called as pushed through the node. Okay, so pause this video here and you can just note down this. Okay, I will show you the second example. So here a four branches are there and one node is there, and one of the node there is a voltage V1 which is connected here minus plus fashion. Okay, so this is minus and this is plus. So when you push through the node, so what will happen, so this plus will come that side, plus will come that side, plus will come this side. So that's why plus is here and then minus, plus is here, minus here, plus is here, minus. Okay, so this is, so here you have removed and this will be come in all the three places. Okay, so satisfying the Kirchhoff's current law. Okay, so now when you write this equations, so you will not have any difference to this circuit to this. Okay, so this is called as shifting, e shifting. Okay, so in traversing the four loops indicated by the lines of the figure, we observe that KVL gives the same equations for the two networks A and B. Thus, we may push the voltage source through the node with a new identical source appearing in every branch connected to that node without affecting the current distribution in the network. Okay, so that means satisfying the Kirchhoff's current law. Okay, so this is about voltage shift. So these concept may be dry to understand. So as we do the problems, it will be easier to you. Okay, so next, similar way current shift I will try to explain. So current shift, we call it as I shift. Okay, so again two equivalent networks illustrating the manner in which one source is replaced by the two, such that the Kirchhoff's current law is still satisfied at each node. Okay, so here we have a network. So these two elements are in series, R1 and R2. Okay, so R1 and R2 are in series, and this is a sure is not in parallel with any some single resistor. So now it is single. So to make it as a practical source, okay, so what we do, so the current through the elements is same, so the same current is going now. So that's why what we'll do, so from we will denote the node. So C to B current I1 is flowing, okay, the same current, and this whatever current coming over here, that is only coming here. So the terminal characteristic will not change here at C and A. Whatever current coming here, it is not changing, but now we have shifted it. Okay, so this is called as current shift. So now easily you can apply the transformation. Current source in parallel with resistor can be converted into voltage source in series, voltage source in series. So voltage source you can add, resistor you can add. Okay, so this we will use it in simplification. Okay, so another example same way we'll consider. So there is a planar network here. Okay, so the three elements R1, R2, R3 and R4 are connected, and one of the branch outside we have a current I1. Okay, so the same way what we have shown in node cases there, current law. So here it should satisfy the Kirchhoff's voltage law, so the here current I1 is there, so that means you can take either of this notation. So I1 current is coming to this node R1 means at this junction means it is coming either from this side or it is that side, right? So that's why current I1 is shown here to show current where it came. So here one more current is added. So here how current came, so that's why this branch is shown. So here where the current came, so this is current is there here. Okay, so either we can use this side or you can start from that side. So this side, okay, if you are showing this side arrow mark, here also this side, and here also this side. Okay, so like this it will satisfy the Kirchhoff's voltage law. So like that we will do frequently in problem solving. Okay, so before that resistors in series, voltage sources in series, parallel, all these elementary operation concepts are required here. Okay, because if a problem is given, only first step we will be applying source transformation. Okay, maybe the source equivalent terminal characteristics, source conversion, or uh, source shifting. Okay, but when further steps to solve that, you need to do the series, parallel, and all you have to bring. Okay, so in tomorrow's class we will try to explain that with the certain examples. Okay, just go through this video since it is a new concept. Okay, because it is not a revision, right? So far what we have did is revision of basic electrical engineering. So once you have gone through, that's why it was easy to go through, but now this is a new concept. So go through the video once again. If any concept is left out, if you have any doubts, you can message me or call me. Okay, with this we'll end this concept here, source transformation. Tomorrow we'll see the problem on this. Okay, thank you.